asking the stars, might Avis Allen one day be mine?
I mean, I would say yes, sure. Let's just hope she leaves her husband. Hello guys, and welcome back to some more ASTROLOGASTER, where we are apparently messing with someone's relationship in the game. Really? Oh, they slept together again? God damn it. I received a letter of a recommendation, that's good. Want me to doubt him? Okay, that's good that you were wrong to doubt.
She oft gets her hands on goods from foreign lands. That Captain Fortescue sends.
Okay.
Good morrow, madam. I humbly welcome you to my consulting chambers, and thank you for choosing my practice. Mistress...
Fortescue. Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
I come upon a most troubling matter, sir. I know not whether it is a medical matter or something else.
I see. Pray describe your trouble to me, madam.
Well, I suppose it all began with a dinner I hosted at my house last even. Mayhap you have heard of my dinners, Dr. Forman. They are much talked about. Though I fear last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong reasons.
Talked about, you say?
Yes, indeed, invitations to my dinners are much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests, lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters, and the like. Why, last eve I hosted the famous Robert Lord Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare, and the Bishop of London and his wife. As well as fascinating conversation, at my table I serve the very latest and most original dishes. Last even, I served an exotic green vegetable called a potato.
Oh my goodness.
So crisp and refreshing.
A potato.
My dear husband sent them home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
I see. Your dinners do sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue. But what occurred at last eve's dinner that has you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby. But then, as we were walking along the path, right in the middle of the gardens, in full public view...
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
My guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain. We began chundering and voiding from our... But there was nowhere to turn, you see. There were no bushes close by to shield our modesty. 'Twas unspeakable.
A moment, madam, as I note this down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward purging of a most sudden and violent nature. Now, let us see how the stars explain this most distressing and unsavoury event. What troubled Mistress Sybil Fortescue and her guests last eve?
Yeah. It's quite clear that it was, food poisoning. Yeah, evil digestion. There you go.
Madam, I think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon were green in colour, did you not? And you described them as crisp and refreshing, I think. I take it then that you served them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my husband sent me were full dull and unhealthsome in appearance. Hence I served only the green ones. I had my cook cut them in such a way as to resemble roses. 'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Ah, then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion. I have read that these vegetables can be noxious if they turn green.
Oh, my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
In a manner of speaking, aye. But worry not, madam, for the suffering was but temporary. Indeed, it does sound as if the bodies of your guests were most comprehensively purged of the poison. However, in future be sure to cook the, potatoes until they are soft, and pray do not eat the ones that have turned green.
As God shall mend me! What a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions with the next gift of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Forman.
Well, that was kind of easy. Most pleased. Thank you very much. Already 45? Well, dang. That's nice.
Here comes a literary mind, one such as we do rarely find. Just needs a man to be behind, for she's but a lady.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Good even, Miss Lanier. What brings you?
I am come about my future, Dr. Forman. I wish to know whether I will find success as a writer of poems and plays. You can predict futures, can you not?
You, madam? A writer of poems and of plays? Forsooth, how verily remarkable.
Well, 'tis true most of us Bassanos and Laniers are musicians, but I have chosen a different path. I've lately begun a collaboration with a poet and playwright. Let us call him Mr. S. He is presently writing a play that takes place in northern Italy, and as I am of Italian heritage, he has asked me to help him write it.
How interesting. And does this collaboration betwixt you go well?
Right well, or so methinks. Indeed, Mr. S did suggest that I am full talented as a writer. Be not afraid of greatness, he told me. For once our play opens upon the London stage, our success will follow, as night follows day.
I see. Then what would you have me ask the stars, madam?
Well, I've noted that Mr. S, although a brilliant man, is oft prone to exaggerated melodrama and implausible plot resolutions. I wish to know whether this story of his, of our future success, is true.
Very wise of you, madam. Then let us see whether your success or failure is writ in the stars. Will Mistress Amelia Lanier find fame and fortune as a writer?
I mean, I guess that is true. I don't remember if she's actually in the real Shakespeare acts, but maybe. Creativity. House wants. This indicates deception. He tells of jealousy. The urge needs to have a child. The stars. Wait. So she needs to do what's best for the child. No, that's just unrelatable to this. She can still have take care of the child. Maintains optimism. Her ambitions will be realized. Not only will she be successful, her work will lead to transformative and surprising radical changes. I know work well together. Yeah, this one.
It would seem Mr. S.'s confidence is not misplaced, for the stars foretell that if you have faith in your success, you will succeed. And your contribution to the world will reach beyond literature to be of great benefit to society.
So, in order to succeed, I must hold fast to a belief that I will succeed.
Just so, madam.
But what you are asking of me is right illogical, Dr. Forman. Indeed, 'tis an impossibility. How can I maintain a belief that my success is inevitable when you have just informed me that my success is conditional and contingent? As Aristotle teaches us in
Mistress
his...
Lanier, mayhap I have confounded you with the nuances of my astrological reading. All you need know is that the achievement of your goals is very likely. Indeed, 'tis indicated that your collaboration with Mr. S will be a fruitful one. Prithee, madam, look not for bad news among the good.
Aye, mayhap 'tis best I not overthink it, as you say. I thank ye, sir. Good even, Dr. Forman.
Good evening. He was only a little pleased, really? My goodness, he doesn't like that.
Mistress Davis Allen, the love of Forman's life, how futile 'tis to fall for another man's wife.
Yeah, don't say. Don't do that.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, madam.
Awkward silence. What is it?
What service may I perform for you this day?
For me? None. None at all.
Verily. Then I cannot fathom why you...
'Twas my husband who bade me come, for he finds it difficult to speak of. As I say, he had me come in his stead, and I could think of no reason to give him for why I should not come.
I see. Then what is troubling your husband? Madam, I cannot treat a querent without knowing first what his troubles are.
He is unable to perform his marital duties.
I see. And whatever does that mean? Your husband forgets to put out the night soil? Some broken shelving he is neglected to fix? Prithee, madam, I bid you be more precise.
Oh, you know perfectly well what I mean, Simon. I bid you not drag this out any longer. Pray read the stars and let us get this over with.
As you wish, madam. Now, let us see. What ails Mr. Allen so as to render him unable to perform his marital obligations towards Mistress Allen?
What Mr. Is it sleeping together? Rise to the occasion. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Laws of carnal loss. This suggests a mild enchantment cast by a witch. This suggests that the illness will get worse before it gets better. Not that. Cold in the heart suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. This suggests the illness will be long-lasting. This suggests disturbance of the mind. That one is most likely. Mr. Allen suffers from a crack in the back. It causes him pain in the hips and more, making it difficult to perform duties around the house. This suggests an illness. The illness is temporary? No, it's this one.
Mr. Allen is afflicted with a cold in the heart, caused by an imbalance of black bile. The treatment for this is quite simple. You have merely to add boiled snake to your husband's diet.
What?
Oh, that is... 'Tis your full judgment on the matter, then?
Yes, he is to eat boiled snake flesh. Be sure to gut the snake.
That's not
first,
what I
however.
wanted to
Then
say
I
at
will
all.
pass these instructions on to my cook. Well, I'd best be going now.
Nay, prithee, bide a moment, if you will. The snake flesh cure, 'tis often effective, in truth. 'Tis also my judgment, as a physician, that for a wife to be so neglected, 'tis most unhealthsome. And so...
And so... Oh, Simon...
Oh, Avis.
Huh? I don't get it. Oh, they slept together afterwards again? My goodness, they're like bunnies. I shall say 100 Hail Marys before bed this evening. Nay, 200. What?
What? Doctors against him do make war. Doctors against him do make war. He makes love without a care. 'Tis true, Avis is not his by law. But in love and war is fair. But in love and war is fair.
Okay.
Last even, 'twas like a dream. Never in my life have I felt so... Oh, my sweet Avis, 'tis true you are married, but surely a love as great as ours can transcend such earthly impediments. Dare I hope for... Nay, 'tis most unlikely. Or is it? Forsooth, there be no harm in asking the stars. Might Avis Allen one day be mine?
I mean, I would say yes, sure. Let's just hope she leaves her husband. Lie with her family. No. Elsa betrayed her marriage vows. The damage this has brought upon her marriage cannot be undone, and her past cannot be erased. I may be optimistic, will suffer ill luck and die, will be free to marry me. I mean, as sad as this sounds, then hope yes. Not seeing things clearly, if I knew the truth about our relationship, I would present the seating with jealousy. This is cunningly hiding a secret from me. What? No, why would she hide something? Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. doesn't sound like the best. I'm gonna say this one.
It says, Avis is one day to be widowed, which will, of course, be very tragical. But after the grieving is done, we will marry. She will be Mistress Forman. Mistress Avis Forman.
Yeah, during that time, women couldn't go away from men, right? Will wish to furnish my house. Now she will require the purchase of many cushions. My goodness.
Almighty God, lead thy servant Saul's track away from sin and temptation, lest his wife does him an evil.
What evil?
Good day, Dean Blogg. Fare you well?
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Ah, this being the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was, for it has paid off most handsomely. The cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed. Forsooth, my earnings have enabled me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World.
Ah, methinks I've heard of this. 'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not? Or as the Spanish call it, El Dorado?
The very same, for it is said that El Dorado does lie deep within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World, hiding vast quantities of gold and precious jewels. Hence, what I would have you tell me is, exactly how rich can I expect to be made from my investment?
I see.
For if I am to be made very rich, I am afeard that news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels fast around the diocese, and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blogg's investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's quest to find El Dorado?
I mean, not much, I'm guessing. Will bring in all happiness. The expedition will encounter foreigners who are stubborn, confident, led by instincts, and Blake's business partners will be met with violence. This one.
I have ill tidings for you, Dean Blogg. Raleigh and his men have been set upon by a tribe of angry New World natives.
Angry natives? But surely the natives would greet us with much rejoicing. For do we not bring with us the gift of civilization? Would they not crave freedom from their tyrannical chieftains and cruel pagan gods?
Well, it would seem these particular natives cannot be reasoned with, as they are led by instinct alone, and they will fight to the last man, as it is not in their nature to surrender with honor, as Christian men would.
Truly? But,
Alas, I am afeard that Raleigh shall be forced to abandon his search for El Dorado, and your investment will come to naught.
I must own, sir, that I cannot share your uncharitable view of these savages. They may be heathens, but are they not still God's children? I will now take my leave, that you may engage in quiet reflection upon the spiritual dimensions of this question.
I mean, that's up to you, dude. He took his advice a little ill. Yeah, you know, I warned him though, so it's fine. They would one day replace silver as the new coin. Huh. Ferraro, what's up with you, buddy?
Good morrow, sir, and well met.
Indeed, 'tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to the great Dottore Simon Forman.
Aye, and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, signor. The colour of your face is quite alarming.
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain away from my face, away down my body, and out of my...
You are bleeding from your fundament. How much have you been bleeding, and for how long?
Un poco, not too much. It does come and go. Sometimes blood, sometimes no blood. You stop the blood, see?
Mayhap
See?
I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Digestive problems, maybe? Or a wound in his buttocks? Hemorrhoids, which are swellings in the anus and rectum. Blind hemorrhoids cause pain, whereas open apt to bleed. Okay, what is this one? No, because this wouldn't do anything to his lower part, so this is the one.
There is nothing here to worry about, Signor Ferraro. Your body is merely purging itself of corrupted blood, in a similar manner to that which does occur in a woman's nethers each month. To wit, 'tis most healthsome and natural.
Are you sure? Are you sure? That is your final answer?
Indeed it is. I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest medical thinking on the subject of hemorrhoids. You are welcome to procure a second opinion, but I warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Forman.
He was a little pleased, really? But what else would I have to say? That it was the neck problem?
This woman has a gift for words. If only she had writ his words, they'd probably be much better words. Though written by a lady.
So he decided not to do it?
Did you see that?
See what, madam?
Your querent, Signor Ferraro, scuttling away from me like a frighted rabbit. What have I ever done to upset the man? All I did was wish him buongiorno as I passed him at the door.
Verily, Signor Ferraro's behaviour does sound full strange. But let us not think of him, but of the matter that brings you hither, Mistress Lanier. How do you fare?
I fare most well, in the main. For you spoke true when you said my collaboration with Mr. S would be fruitful. 'Tis going exceeding well. Verily, Dr. Forman, I would be right content with my lot at present if it were not for the trouble I am come about this day.
Pray, tell me of this trouble, madam.
I am being prowled. Oftentimes in the night I see him following me home. One time methinks I even caught him looking at me through my window. I would have you tell me who this prowling man might be.
A prowler? How very worrisome. Can you describe this man to me?
Nay, for 'tis always at night that I spy him, and I have always been too frighted for my eyes to linger upon him very long.
Then let us see what light the stars can shed upon the identity of this man who hides himself in darkness. Who is the man prowling Mistress Lanier?
It's clearly Ferraro. He also harbors on just a level of mistrust towards prospective romantic partners. And Master of Wit. Consider him a friend. No, I don't think so. Undeclared feelings, maybe. Is a violent husband. The prowler hopes reversal of ill luck he has had with Mr. Slender. He harbors a misguided hope that she'll perform her wifely duties to resume intimate relations with him. Okay, it's clearly this one then. Can't be this, right? So it's either a violent husband. No, it can't. Okay, it has to be this.
The stars suggest that your prowler is a man with a talent for wit, a man who secretly harbors amorous feelings towards you. Does that sound like anyone you know, madam?
Dr. Forman, I find your question most illogical. I cannot know of a man who harbours secret feelings for me, for indeed, if I were to know of them, the feelings would not be secret.
Yes, well, let me put it another way. Your friend, Mr. S, is the keen-witted man who furtively admires you. He is your prowler, madam.
Mr. S is my prowler, you say? I bid you, sir, check the stars again.
Is it not the most likely explanation, though, madam?
I assure you there is nothing likely about the unique relationship betwixt me and Mr. S. Indeed, he has too much respect for my literary mind to use me so ill. For his is a noble intellect that allows him to soar above the baser instincts of lesser men. Now, if you will not judge the stars again for me, I will bid you good day, Dr. Forman.
She was not pleased with that answer, my goodness. Very ill advice. But hey, still 45 though.
Hear ye! Sir Walter Raleigh fails to find legendary Treasure City. Rumours say next Raleigh voyage is to Pot of Gold at End of Rainbow. Hear ye!
Prior assurance of the Queen that would return with gold raided from a legendary city, it is said that Raleigh's ship bring back naught but potatoes. Experts predict Her Majesty's reaction to somewhat testy.
Here comes Emma, so kindly she, to the frail and aged she offers sympathy. What is she for others have? Especially when they're born of wealth. Here comes Emma, so kind-hearted is she.
Alright, that is also going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, click that like button. If you want to see more from me, search for 8000 with the subscribe button. And I hope to see you in the next one. And as always, stay awesome.